Looks like it's an interesting meeting in the middle of the Gulf of America. Bye, Bo. You're still saying bye. That is very cute. She surprised all her friends. That's adorable. That's the funniest. Hi, Tate. That is hilarious. I had a feeling something was going on with that not scuba, snorkeler. Look how it's raining all the way out there on the edge of the Gulf of America. There should be a rainbow somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way up the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Hi, Brittany. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Quentin. Hey, Bo. Hey, Tate. We have a magnificent sunset tonight. It's just gonna blow last night's out of the water because I thought last night was great, but it's like God just trumps himself all the time. And yes, I did use the word trump. It's a beautiful world. If you know where to look, if you keep the right attitude, you can find beauty in everything. I'm not trying to be sexy, Alexander, but if it makes you happy, be respectful. But welcome to the Beach Report. Here's the sun. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Do-do-do-do-do. I see Bo and Brittany have become friends. I love that. It's okay, Alexander. You didn't say anything wrong. I acknowledged it respectfully. Just sometimes we have to be careful. Hey, surfboard, I'm on the west coast again, the west coast of Florida, that is. And an amazing sunset is starting to take shape here. Especially when it is clearly raining buckets right over there. That's so typical Florida. All right, Bo and Brittany are gonna have a face-off. Join in if you'd like. Something's wrong with Uriel. Are you an actual person, Uriel, or are you a bot? Your negativity is going to get you tossed into the intercoastal. There are several sharks waiting just off there, off the coast here, waiting for people like you. But I'd like to change your mind and maybe make you happy, because the sun is a beautiful thing. Hey, OG. Yeah. I think Uriel needs to laugh and smile a little bit, if indeed Uriel is an actual person. Sometimes you just never know. I can assure you this, though. This is an actual sunset. We are on the coast of Lovers Key State Park in South Florida. Just a little bit south of Fort Myers. In fact, you can see Fort Myers right over there. That is Fort Myers. And lots of people here for spring break. Lots of kids. I love it. I love to see the kids. Hi, Christine. Good to see you, my friend. And over here we have Bonita Beach. Wait, Bonita Beach. I think Bonita Beach is over there. And then down there we actually have Naples. And this is the Gulf of America. Okay, so Brittany has a question about ice. This is just south of Fort Myers Beach. This is a state park. I finally broke down and bought the state park pass so I could take you guys to all the state parks, because I think it's a very important part of Florida. Hi, Bob. You got a video of turtles hatching? Is this when they hatch? It's a little late for that, isn't it? Hey, Cat. Well, usually they lay their eggs in the summertime, and I think that they hatch in the fall. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm not an expert on that. Yeah, I was over by Jupiter. Right now they're having Turtle Fest, or this week or next week. And Brittany wants everyone to know that she doesn't hate Trump. She doesn't know him personally. And thank you for saying that, Brittany. You shouldn't hate someone you don't know. Although I will admit, you guys, I hate the Hildebeest. I'm sorry. But when I see Hillary Clinton, I get mad. Both of the Clintons, actually. Chelsea doesn't inspire very much kindness in me either. So I admit I hate the Clintons really bad. I just do. I think they're a problem for our country, honestly. Lord Racer has great advice. Large bodies of water seek their level. Be like water, my friends. Anyway, just a fact. Ilhan Omar is also somebody that if I met in a public setting, well, I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't want to say what I might do. Thank you, Lord Racer. I'm not a violent person. Oh, you guys, look at this. This is fun. Can you hear the music on that jet ski? It's a musical jet ski, don't you know? So Bo is answering Brittany about the way that ICE is dealing with the public. Let's put it that way. And I think Bo has some very valid points. She says, I watched all of it and they have put up with far too much and have sustained injuries too. They are taking out threats to our country and those who were supposed to leave years ago. And I completely agree with Bo as well, because the people who are opposing ICE are thugs and they are opposing the removal of, I mean, some of the heinous criminals. Joe Biden left the gate open and the wolves rushed in. Joyce is right. I mean, all of this with ICE is happening because of Joe Biden and the border czar herself, Kamala Harris. Everything happening today, you can thank them. President Trump had the borders closed. Did you happen to hear Joe Biden gave a speech? I think it was in Philadelphia, I'm not sure, but it was recent. And he told the whole crowd that the borders were closed when he left office and that President Trump is the reason that we have illegal borders. I mean, like, you can't make this stuff up. It's too ridiculous to even believe, isn't it? Wow, look at that sunset. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so beautiful. And just to let you know, since I am in a state park, as soon as that sun goes down and the after party really gets rocking, I have to leave because state parks, they all close at sunset. So it'll be closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Hi, Paul. Hi, Will. Hi, John. So I was talking earlier, yesterday actually, about the fact that it is now an important Jewish holiday called Purim. If you know this holiday, please raise your hand, and I'd like to talk about it for a little bit. Oh, wait, binoculars to watch the red moon. Robert, that's what I want to talk about. Everything happening right now is biblical, like amazingly biblical. I think we might get actually a rainbow over here. Not sure, but whoa, did you see that bird? He swooped through. There's got to be a rainbow somewhere. Why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it should be magic. Song. I love that song. We had a blood moon not too long ago. Well, that's one thing, but to have a blood moon on Purim is very interesting, by the way. Those of you who are knowledgeable about the book of Esther, which, oh my gosh, I think we might be getting some kind of a crazy rainbow right in front of us. Look at how the sun is streaming through those clouds and almost turning them rainbow colors. Want me to sing that song, Robert? I can do that. I did it at the beginning, but no one heard. Did you see how bad BC was shaking? Slick Willie no more. He's not very slick, is he? In fact, he looks like he is aging rather quickly. Very interesting times. You know, Papa Smurf, that means we're the luckiest people in the world, because that's always the ancient Chinese proverb. May you live through interesting times. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Fred. Hi, Smokey. Glad you guys are here. This is going to be an epic sunset. It's got like, well, it's already been through 3 stages. Now it's about to go through a 4th as it comes out the bottom of these clouds. Really, really cool. Hi, Gloria. I'm going to wait till more people come on because I've got some interesting things to share with you all about the current state of affairs in the sky and how it coincides with the Jewish holiday of Purim. Hi, Matilda. Hey, C. Darla's in the house, so I couldn't go on without Darla. Look at this, you guys. Look, it is absolutely pouring over there. Pouring like crazy. Hi, Brian. We are in Florida, and we are in a Florida state park called Lover's Key, just a little bit south of Fort Myers. Isn't that beautiful? Now, the sun is about to set. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 minutes left. Yes, Fort Myers. Big Balls McGee. Ooh, Robert says he saw a UFO in the Navy in 1980s in the Indian Ocean. My goodness. But this is not the Indian Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean. This is actually the Gulf of America. I love the Gulf of America. Look at the sun, it's just peeking through this little area. Wow. That is interesting looking, isn't it? It looks like a pyramid. What kind of message is the Lord giving us tonight? I don't fish. I don't want to hurt the fish. Yes, I will eat the fish if they are already dead, but I do not want to hurt the fish, so I don't fish. Oh, Jory seems very confused about what's going on in Iran. Yes, it's a tree of life. Oh, it is a tree of life. Oh my goodness. Isn't that special? And oops, sorry, I almost dropped my phone. So amazing, you guys. It does look like a tree of life. It's absolutely amazing. And then we've got this little hole over here. What does that remind you of? It is healing for the soul, Matilda. Sula says he was thinking about me today and my wonderful positive energy. We had sunshine after weeks of rain and it reminded me of you. What a very wonderful thing to say, Sula. Thank you. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Look at the sun, here it comes. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Hi, Danny boy. Where's South Devon? That's in England, right? God bless you too, Brittany. I'm glad that you came back. I hope that you'll join us again if you're leaving. Oh, yes, I got to go. All right, Brittany, you're always welcome here on the Beach Report. We appreciate questions. We love to have conversations. Have a wonderful evening. And before you go, please make sure that you do like and subscribe. Hey, Raccoon. Sula, do it. You'll feel so free when you don't have to color your hair anymore. It worked out for me. It works out for a lot of us. Did you know there are even Facebook pages dedicated to women going gray? It's a big deal for a woman to go gray because it means kind of the end of your girlhood, if you will. We get gray hair and everyone's like, oh, you're old. And I am old, but I'm okay with being old. In fact, I'm happy to be old. Look, Darla loves her gray hair. I love my gray hair too. It's a wonderful thing. I love changing in life. You know, we all go through these changes. They do call them the changes. And after menopause, there is a different change in your life. And a lot of times women will choose that time after the change to let their hair just naturally turn to gray. And it can be a hot mess while it's happening. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do because your hair's going to look two-toned. You're going to look kind of crazy. If you don't shave your head, then, you know, you got to deal with it. You can wear a wig. I don't know. There's all sorts of ways to mitigate the issue, but oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, holy guacamole. Yeah, and it's wonderful to be alive long enough to go gray. Exactly, Sula. James is gonna get him a gray old lady. Well, why don't you wait until someone you love turns gray? Don't go after anybody for the gray. And by the way, most women with the gray hair, and it's not dyed any funky colors anymore, and we're just natural. Most of us, we're not looking for a man. We're just looking for ourselves. We're trying to just be ourselves, unless we still have our husbands with us. But someone like me, I lost my husband 3 years ago. Thank you, HB. But I'm not looking for a replacement for him. It's like I'm now married to someone who's in heaven. And it's a different experience, but it's still a marriage. And the thought of being with another man, even kissing another man, it's not, no, not interested. Menopause happened in your early 20s. Well, that's not normal, Gloria. What the heck happened? We were the ones we were looking for all along. Sula's right. Oh, we're going to get that sizzling noise soon, Robert. Not that we don't like men. I want to make that clear. Danny says, the amount of times I've heard from the wife I'm having a hot flush. Yes, we all can have hot flashes, for sure. Yeah, this is one of the best sunsets. This is better than last night. I thought last night was amazeballs, but look at this. Seriously, guys. Oh, wow. What do you like better? Do you like me to get up close and personal with it? That is really stunning. And I know sometimes there are artists watching the Beach Report and getting some good sunset pictures to paint. So I know that is a really amazing one. Oh, Robert, I remember that you were also widowed. Danny, you know what it's called. You're a keeper. You were listening. Yeah. Yeah, you're one of the good ones. That's why you still have a wife. I mean, you know, I'm not saying anything about widows and widowers, so because I'm in the same boat as y'all. Sizzle, sizzle. You know, don't feel sorry for us widows and widowers because we have a different kind of relationship with our husbands and wives who have passed away. And it changes, but it doesn't mean it's over. I know they say until death do you part, but I think that's for people who maybe didn't have the best relationship and do want to move on with somebody and feel okay about it. But for those of us who had this great love, makes me feel like I don't want to do it again. Yes, so amazed balls, Papa Smurf. That's my favorite word. Sula says, every time you go to a music concert, you are the only one dancing. They need to take a leaf out of your book. That's not true, Sula. I show you guys everybody dancing. Come on. Sometimes it takes them a while to get on the dance floor. But, you know, that's my job. So, okay, Logan, just be respectful. You'll be okay. Everybody keep their eyes peeled for dolphins or sharks because they're in there. They're definitely in there. Gloria tried to go gray, but she couldn't. Her hair's growing too long. Had to see my beautician to treat my hair because of the dryness and hair falling out. Gloria, if you stop coloring your hair, it will not fall out. I'm just saying. Look, you going downtown, Judy Brown. Sizzle, sizzle. And Darla, I understand too, she had a horrible relationship and doesn't want another one. When her husband died, she was actually set free, and a lot of women are. Don't let the sun go down on me. Don't let the sun know the message myself. It's always someone else I see. Galveston, that's Texas. That's far away. Yes, you're right. You're right, Sula. Some people can be hard to deal with. I also had a very bad marriage, and I had to run away from Switzerland. Can you imagine that? I ran away from a whole country. I don't put up with being treated badly. I might put up with it for a while, but I hit a wall and I'm done. Wow, Gloria had a surgical hysterectomy in her 20s. My goodness. Yeah, be careful of what shampoo you use. It's sizzling up a storm, right, Robert? Can you hear it? Sizzle, sizzle. Shh, look at that. Look at those colors. Oh, boy, there it goes. We're going to look for the green flash. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Scylla had a very abusive relationship too. Didn't think I'd survive, but now I am free and glad to be alive. God. Amen. Praise the Lord, Sula. We have all been there. Well, not all of us. Some of us are lucky. I believe Gloria has been married for a very long time and is the lucky one. Glad you're watching with your wife, Danny. That's wonderful. Okay, well, I think the sizzle sizzle is just about over. I think we're just looking at a reflection in those clouds, very thin clouds, right at the sunset level. Jason, Fort Myers is so beautiful. I just love it here. Right, Papa Smurf, respect and communication. That is the key to happy relationship, even with your friends, with your family, especially though with your wife or husband. respect, and communication. It's really not much more than that. And Bo's talking about something called Menopatonic, a natural remedy for hot flashes. Took it for 1 month, even though flashes stopped after 1 week. Great product. Thank you for that. Menopatonic. When I had hot flashes, I just powered through them. I can tell you a funny story about my hot flash, my hot flashes. Look at, can you even with that? Look at that sky. Isn't that just beautiful? Woo! So when I was going through the change, and I was a reporter for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. So I was doing this story about a school that was closing, and I was in the gym of the school, and I was interviewing a gym teacher. And luckily, the gym teacher was a woman. And as we were talking, I began to hot flash for no apparent reason, which was always the most fun thing about hot flashes. Anyway, I would always have a steno pad, was my notebook, and I'd be writing furiously as I'm doing an interview, because this was in, I think, like 2012 maybe, and I always rely on writing, and I want to talk to you guys about that too. Writing in longhand. Actually, I have my own special shorthand that only I can understand as a journalist. And anyway, I was writing furiously, and I had a hot flash, and boom, like waterworks, just soaking wet, and the sweat is dripping off my nose onto my notebook, and I am very embarrassed by this. So the gym teacher just taps me on the shoulder, and she says, "It's okay, honey. We all go through the change." She was like, "Bathroom's over there. Go dry yourself off." So, yeah, it was funny. Gloria's been married for over 45 years. I know I have the best hats, Roman. I do. I got this one in Fort Lauderdale, and it was signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. So, yes, and the teeth, of course, always the teeth. Yeah, she did understand, and she was really kind, so it's good. Bo likes Melaleuca products, but you don't need shampoo. I also like Melaleuca products, and I even tried to represent them once, but Melaleuca, unfortunately, needs a subscription, and I do not like that. There's nothing I'm going to order every single month. I mean, I don't even live anywhere in the same place every single month. How am I going to keep getting products? You know, it was a bit too much, so I canceled that. I actually have come to the conclusion that you really don't need to spend money to be healthy. In fact, one of the very best ways to be your healthiest you, it's absolutely free. No, it's not just free. It saves you money. I'm talking about fasting. Now, I started fasting last night, I think, before the sunset. Because in the Bible, in the book of Esther, Mordecai tells Esther to fast before she meets King Ahasuerus, and lets him know that she has actually lied to him and she is Jewish. And she terrified. So her cousin Mordecai tells her, we need to do a 3-day fast. This goes on throughout the Bible in different places. The Jewish New Year, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, is a fasting holiday, a 24-hour fast. And that one is a dry fast. You are not even supposed to brush your teeth or touch water in any way. Yeah, God prescribes it in the Bible. So I am following biblical rules as far as my health goes. And the more I think about it and the ways that I have been living that do jibe with biblical teachings, like for instance, not worrying so much about the roof over my head or the food in my belly, just going along through life, walking in faith. And something I've noticed too, ever since I started fasting regularly, intermittent fasting, but also occasional 3-day fasts, to the pinnacle that I reached a few months ago, which was a 7-day fast. And I think was one of the greatest things I've ever done for myself, and really did give me a feeling of accomplishment. Oh boy, now I don't know where my shoes are. Ugh, I hate when this happens. I gotta find my shoes. Will you help me find my shoes? Anyway, when you're fast, your body does indeed heal itself. And it is like a miracle. But you know, these patches I've been trying out, they're supposed to help your body make, not the telomeres. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought on this. Yeah, fasting kills cancer, Matilda, exactly. Yeah, no, Robert. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Where the heck are my shoes? I've lost my shoes. And they're white, so they're not going to be real easy to find either. This is bad news bears, you guys. Yeah, I got you a hat, didn't I, Gloria? That's what I do. I help my friends, my fans, my beach report family. Sorry, I'm distracted right now because I've lost my shoes. This will be the second day in a row I've lost a pair of shoes. So, and I need them because I'm running out of shoes. Totally running out of them. Where are my shoes? Gloria orders from Melaleuca and my friends order with me. That's a good way to do it, Gloria. Actually, that is a good way to do it. Peter wants everyone to pray for him. But, you know, we pray for everybody. I don't think anyone has more special needs than anybody else. And we do have Annie Zafiros on here, and she is special needs, but she prays for all of us. Right now, I need people to pray for me to find my dang flip-flops. Lost my Rockford shoes in Oliver at beach with my Mustang 2003. Yeah, well, I lost my dang shoes yesterday, and now I've lost another pair. So, and I can't imagine that any people on the beach that I've been standing next to would be flip-flop thieves. I'm not going to blame it on anybody but myself. And like I said, this is a beach that does close because it's a state park. So if I don't find my flip-flops in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to get kicked off because it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Where are the flip-flops, St. Anthony? Thank you, Sula. Yeah, seriously. All right, I'm gonna let you guys look at the beautiful scenery because wow, that is an amazing sunset after party. And I'm gonna focus on finding my flip-flops, or I'm gonna walk away without them. I don't have a beach blanket. It was just me and my flip-flops. Oh, you lost your kid at the beach once. Owen Wilson Hall. I've seen kids get lost at the beach. Oh boy, that's a scary one. I lost my daughter once in a forest in Switzerland. You want to talk about frightening? That was the most horrific 5 minutes of my life. I think that's how long she was lost for, literally 5 minutes. But every second that goes by is a bad thing. Bad thing when you lose a child. I lost my son in an airport once. It was amazing. I found him. Crazy, right? Crazy what we parents go through. Well, it looks like my flip-flops are going to be abandoned on this beautiful beach where they will be living. I am not happy about that. I left him at 20 on the beach and just had another kid. Okay. Oh my. Do I have, no, I don't have any other shoes. No, it's a problem. I lost my flip-flops. I was just looking for my, no, not Frisbee, flip-flops, shoes. Somewhere along the beach here, I walked away from them. I walked away from them. They're somewhere on the beach along here.
Well, the park is closed.
I know, I have to leave. I know, I understand. Okay, I'm leaving without shoes.
I'll give you a ride.
Oh, wow, thank you. All right, you guys, we're going for a ride. Actually, now I'm getting a ride because I'm glad, because walking without shoes over there is not a good thing to do. Okay, so far they're white, so yeah, I know. I have my flip-flops. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out. Maybe just drive a little parallel to the coast. I might see them. I don't know where I started walking, and then everybody left and changed the landscape on me, you know what I mean? Are you a park ranger?
No, I'm a volunteer.
A volunteer?
Yeah.
Oh, I signed up to volunteer. But that's hard to get that job, isn't it? Not job, but it's hard to get in as a volunteer. I don't see any flip-flops. Man.
Guys, the park is closed. Has been for 10 minutes.
The park is closed. Closing time.
So we can
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's closing time at the park.
see anybody else too.
Nope. I think you got them all. Sure is beautiful. Yeah, I noticed. I haven't been here since the hurricane.
Oh, you haven't?
No. It's like all perfect and brand
We
new.
lost them out there in the hurricane.
I know
Not
you
bringing
did.
it back.
The hurricane hit right here, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Right
really
here.
far.
Yeah.
Gazebo, tram stop.
Yeah. And isn't this bridge brand new?
Yes.
That was destroyed, right? I can't imagine it wasn't. That bridge was destroyed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh.
Okay.
Look how beautiful this place is, you guys. Those are the lovers for Lovers Key. Yeah, I am Papa Smurf, you know it. Great service. Thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, I don't have my shoes, but at least I didn't have to walk through all that way with no shoes on, especially in an area that's got like new construction. You never know what can be on the ground. It's not ever a good idea to walk around without your shoes on. Anyway, it's nice that the volunteer someone saved my life tonight. Park ranger volunteer. All right, you guys, it's getting pretty dark. And that's the end of our adventure. I told you it was closing time. I wasn't joking. They will not just kick you off, they will pick you up and take you out. No, that was a blast, actually. I'm glad it was, but had an adventure in the meantime. So, guess I'm gonna have to go buy some new shoes. All right, you guys. Let me show you what it looks like when we go, because it is so amazingly gorgeous. I'm not gonna find my shoes ever, ever. They're gone forever. That's the way it goes. I'm glad you were here, Sula. You know it, Gretchen. We're always having some kind of an adventure here on the Beach Report. I wear size 8, 8.5 sometimes. You never know. Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about my flip flops. They were pretty cheap flip flops, and in fact, now that I think about it, they were actually hand-me-down flip flops from my friend Christine. Because then looking in. I'm all right, guys.